Hi, welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast weekly reading. I'm Charlie. We are currently reading The Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nikolai Bachman, and you can find this book and our other readings on our website at www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. Make sure you listen to the podcast and give that a download as we talk about these topics moving forward. This week, we are on Chapter 44, Pratyahara, tuning out sensory input. The inner gate opens only when the outer gates are closed. Hazur. When we focus our attention on a single thing, all other commotion around us seems to fade. As we go inward toward self-knowledge, we naturally turn away from and let go of outer attachments. During the shift from an outer orientation to an inner one, our senses become sharper and more controlled. As our heart-mind approaches complete attention or samadhi, outer and inner distractions cease. Pratyahara is the fifth of the 8 limbs of yoga, or Ashtanga. It is also the last of the outer limbs, and the pivotal juncture between the outer and inner. It is considered an outer external limb only because it involves the sensory organs. Prati means against, and ahara means that which is ingested. So the word pratyahara literally means opposed to ingestion. Pratyahara prevents sensory perceptions from entering our field of consciousness. Pratyahara is not a practice per se, but a side effect of breath regulation, or pranayama, and tuning inward, samyama. Pranayama serves to slow and smooth out the breath, a prerequisite for being able to focus the attention. When our attention is inwardly concentrated, samyama, we do not register sights, sounds, or other sensory details around us, and are no longer distracted by external objects. Therefore, our senses are essentially turned off. The sensory organs now follow the heart-mind instead of the heart-mind catering to external sensory distractions. Sensory perceptions, food of the outer mind, are not ingested, and therefore do not cause any reaction or disturbance in the heart-mind. There is a metaphor in the Upanishad involving a chariot being driven down a road. The road represents sense objects, things we see, hear, touch, smell, or taste. The horses represent our sensory organs, and the reins symbolize our outer mind. The chariot driver symbolizes our inner mind. The driver uses the reins to direct the horses, just as the inner mind uses the outer mind to interact with the sensory organs. The chariot master, our inner light of awareness, or Purusha, guides the driver. The driver letting horses out of his control reflects our heart mind being controlled by our senses and the objects they are attracted to. With no guidance, our senses carry attention outward, like horses running wild. Humans are considered to be highly evolved animals who have the ability to act consciously, not just instinctually. When our discerning intellect, or the driver, listens to the higher self, the master, the intellect can guide the outer mind, the reins, in the desired direction. Sensory organs, the horses, will follow. Pratyahara results in complete mastery over the sensory organs, a prerequisite for fully connecting with our inner light of awareness. In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, representing a human, has a conversation with Krishna, representing his inner higher self, and experiences the universal struggle between spiritual development and sensory indulgence. Arjuna's inner voice attempts to help him understand that true happiness is detaching from sensory experience and going inward to connect with the light of awareness, which requires him to act out his life duty of upholding righteousness. To reach that state, he must actively battle the parts of himself that are drawing him inward. If we live amid a lot of hustle and bustle, tuning out that noise will be our challenge. On the other hand, if we can meditate in a quiet place, then our inner thoughts and emotions surface and distract us. This is why many ancient and modern yogins prefer to spend time in caves. Theoretically, in either environment, all distracting clamor will be rendered mute if our focus is strong enough. A wandering heart-mind is the antithesis of yoga. Learning to focus our attention in one place helps clarify, purify our consciousness by reining in the sensory organs. The true nature of our heart-mind is transparency, which allows our inner light of awareness to shine through our being without distortion and illuminate our world with knowledge, kindness, and compassion. Thoughts. Directing our focus inward rather than outward tunes out sensory noise. I have some control over what external stimuli I am exposed to. I will relax my eyes, ears, tongue, nostrils, and skin as I turn my attention inward. Exercises. The next time you're at a party, stay completely focused on your conversation. Then shift your listening to other conversations. Notice how you register only sounds coming from where your attention is. Try meditating in a noisy, busy environment. How does the external commotion affect your focus? Is tuning it out easy or difficult for you? Try meditating in an unusually quiet environment. Notice how your internal commotion affects your focus. This goes really good with what we're talking about right now during our 100 Days of Meditation Challenge. I think it's got some really nice tips in there on how to bring that focus inward into that place of samadhi meditation. So you can join us on that 100 Days of Meditation Challenge where we sit in meditation in love for 15 minutes a day and just see how that has an effect on yourself, your well-being, your mental state, and all that. And it's okay if you haven't joined in right at the beginning. You can join in now, and you can start your 100 days right now today. And I can almost guarantee you that you will see many benefits of this, because if we have a calm heart mind, our focus is clear, and we can use our words with impeccability because we think through the problems and the situations at hand. So anyway, you can find out more about that and many other things on our website. Again, that is www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. Thank you for joining us. Namaste. See you next week.